I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided as is required by Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, with respect to the Home News Tribune published today. This announcement must be entered into the minutes of this meeting. And for those attending today, please be aware that board meetings are recorded by a audio.
Chairman Engel.
Here.
Commissioner Jones.
Here.
Commissioner Sample.
Here.
Commissioner Moskowitz.
Here.
Commissioner Benjaminka. Here. Commissioner Smith.
Here.
So we start with you, Tom?
Yeah, I have a couple of things before Linda and they want to get set up. So just a couple of things for the commissioners to kind of tackle at the outset is kind of gave you some documentation regarding Metuchen and Woodbridge as a follow-up to Election Day in terms of, and previous in terms of ballots that were taken or stolen upon delivery to the board or being delivered to the voters. So just as a follow-up to that, and I can kind of summarize these pretty succinctly, is that for Metuchen, the clerk had sent out duplicate ballots to all voters affected. So again, we received the duplicate ballots from those voters, so again, there's nothing for the commissioners to review. We had one voter upon which we received a original mail-in ballot that was on the list of people that were impacted. We checked the signature is an exact match, and the post office said that it may have been delivered the day prior to the, if you want to say, the theft or lack of mail ballots being delivered to those voters. So again, just highlighting for commissioners, they can, again, I can pass it along if you want to see it. That's the signature on this, the signature.
That's the one.
That's just the only one where we just got the original, and for that voter, it's.
What about Woodbridge?
I don't know which one everyone does.
Okay.
Accept.
Yeah. The other issue is regarding Woodbridge. So as commissioners are aware, there were a number of Woodbridge and a couple of Edison mail-in ballots that were stolen after the voter had completed the mail-in ballot and it was being returned to the Board of Elections. Through a warrant served by the Woodbridge PD in coordination with the United States Postal Service, those 18 original ballots were brought back to the clerk's office and then given to the board. The clerk's office had sent out a duplicate to all those voters along with a letter which is in your packet. Because the deadline for mail-in ballots being returned, I can say that we had 12 ballots where we got the duplicate ballot. All right. There are 6 voters where we did not get a duplicate ballot, where we only have the original. That was, again, that the voter had filled out, it was on its way back to the Board of Elections, was either chain of custody or was stolen, was retrieved by Woodbridge Police Department in coordination with the United States Postal Service, and has been in our possession ever since. Again, we can verify that the signatures match in our system, but then the question before the board is whether or not to accept those 6 ballots. Yes.
The signatures match?
Yes.
There's no issue at all?
No.
I move we accept them.
Cross-reference.
So for that, we need the commissioners to.
Nobody heard me, I guess. I move we accept them.
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Chairman Engel.
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Commissioner Cap.
Yes.
Commissioner Moskowitz.
Yes.
Commissioner Benjaminka.
Yes.
Commissioner Smith.
Yes.
Okay. And then I got one more thing, and that's in terms of ballot adjudication. So again, I sent the link in terms of the commissioners to be able to adjudicate ballots. And if you had an opportunity to do so, if everyone has, then I can kind of send out a schedule for the next couple of days. If anyone wants. Okay.
Can you tell us what's going on tomorrow?
What's
Do
that?
we know what's going on tomorrow with adjudication?
And again, if you guys have indicated, your schedule, then I can send out something, pretty quick after this meeting saying who can meet tomorrow.
You've got some of them.
Yeah. But again, sometimes I like to give all the commissioners the opportunity to sit down if I can, but I can certainly send one out, if everyone's given me the information, I can send one out, post this meeting to everyone for tomorrow and for Wednesday and Thursday. One more item in terms of adjudication is that from the states, due to that piece of legislation that passed in terms of voter intent, in terms of the determination guide, one of the things that we don't do that, that was in the guide and that the state advised counties to begin doing is where candidates write their name, where a voter writes the name on the ballot in the write-in and fills in the oval for that selection, but also makes it in the under the candidate's name in the column for that selection. That some counties have been determining that as an overvote, whereas it should be determined as a single vote for that voter. So again, in terms of ballot adjudication, we can add the overvotes with write-ins.
Granted, I didn't memorize that, that's what it says, or if there's votes for both?
Votes for both, where someone we'll take, either Jack or Mickey, they would put the person's, write the oval, and also
filled in the oval.
And filled in the oval, and then also in the write-in, that they filled in the oval and then wrote the candidate's name as well.
Okay.
And so, obviously, if they just did it in the write-in and filled in the oval, it wouldn't count because that is a rejectable ballot, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They filled in the oval and what, yeah.
If someone,
Thank you.
if someone only writes in personal choice, it fills in the oval, but does not fill in the name of the candidate.
What?
Probably not. So again, we'll take a candidate, Jack Chitterelli. They do not fill in the circle for Jack Chitterelli, but they do put it in the oval and for the write-in the name Jack Chitterelli.
And that's rejected.
But no, you just said they don't fill in the oval.
They filled in the oval next to their personal choice column.
Personal choice only. They don't fill in the selection for Jack Chitterelli. That's a rejectable ballot
Yeah.
per the guy.
But we have the discretion to accept it.
It's
Yeah,
not,
why is
that's
that
not
actually
discretion.
says
Why is it rejected?
Why is that not discretional?
It's just one person.
I believe it's according to the guide and also.
The guide is a guide.
Well, the guide, but I also think it's
The language in the statute makes it discretional. I
for.
would think that the language makes it discretional.
Before we got the guide, if they didn't fill in the oval next to the candidate is printed on the ballot, even if they write in the person's name and fill in an oval there, we've always been rejected, at least in the last few years.
The statute's changed.
I'm back.
The statute on what we have the discretion to accept and not accept has changed.
If it's clear who the person is choosing one slot, I think it's our responsibility to take that into account and vote accept it.
What does it say when they write the name inside the box? Just in the regular box?
What's
Let's say you had the box for Jack, okay? And they didn't circle it, but they wrote his name in there. Would we be able to accept it? I'm just saying,
According to the,
according to that.
according to that, it says if a mark is made substantially across X plus or check for any candidate substantially within the square, it should be counted as a vote for such candidate.
That's not writing their name in again in the box, it's putting some sort of mark that it could be interpreted as a vote for the person, as opposed to writing it.
And I'll just say general principles. Ballots must be counted whenever the voters intend to vote for any candidate or public question can be reasonably determined to the extent permitted by law, even if the markings are imperfect.
That's what I thought.
Okay. That's what, I'm pretty sure you knew what it said. Okay. Now that I bought enough time for Linda.
We're good.
We heard the people, ready to go.
Char's got some stuff for you.
Okay, these are mail-in ballots. I have 4 ballot not enclosed. 2 ballots were in the provisional bags. 2 incomplete bare portion, 1 incomplete bare portion, 1 incomplete missing domicile. Linda has 36 marked ballots for you guys to look at, and then 6 voted 2 ballots.
What do we mean by marked ballots?
We're gonna look,
See that? She has them.
These are unopened ballots, right?
Some of them have phrases, some have initials, some have the names. I think this one's a name.
Oh, right, they were
Those
pulled
are
out
what-
and not run through the machine.
those are we
I
can
got
look
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I make a motion that we accept all of those recommendations, all reject, except rejections.
accept all those rejections.
All except the 36 month back, right?
Okay.
I'll second that.
So for the one that voted 2, we went through them, Loretta and I went through them, and there's 2 ballots inside. And we checked the votes.
Oh, they put in 2 ballots in the same envelope?
Yeah,
That's what she said.
and mail ballots. I'm not sure why,
Of
it could have been 2 different
different
people.
2 of the same?
Some are the same votes, some are different.
Yeah, but there's no way we can
So
Right.
there's 2
determine
mail
what their
ballots.
intent
No.
was,
No.
one over the other, so unfortunately, we got to back up.
Okay.
That was done 6 times?
Twice.
Am I looking at it right?
Yep.
Oh, 6 times,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 6 times I did it twice.
Sounds like a math problem. I'm out. All right.
So we're gonna start the
Roll
provisional.
call, I guess?
Chairman Engel?
Yes.
Commissioner Joe?
Yes.
Commissioner Katz?
Yes.
Commissioner Moskowitz?
Yes.
Commissioner Benjamin?
Yes.
Correct.
Commissioner Snyder?
Yes.
That's it. That's it.
All right.
That's it?
Yep.
So move to adjourn.
Oh, that's right, public comment section.
Oh, right.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I know, it's been a long day. Charlie Cradville, New Brunswick today. I have a few questions. I understand Mr. Lynch's knowledge are here, so maybe some of them we can't answer right now, but I couldn't help but notice corrections officers, prosecutor's office agents guarding the building. Can you tell me, what prompted that, or is that just for the meeting or for the election, or?
We've been doing that for several elections over the last several years. It's been since the sheriff. Some of the law enforcement in the county.
Okay.
So it's not, this is not separately unusual for any kind of threat, it's just
Correct.
cautionary.
So it's
Correct.
on a daily basis until the certification, or?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Say yes,
Following up on the last meeting, my questions there, I don't think I asked this, but who made the call to shut down the Livingston Park Elementary voting location in North Brunswick?
It always, my understanding, and this is all second or third hand, where I didn't ask, because I didn't ask the question,
And it
it's
doesn't-
really law enforcement. They made the determination
know
of
that.
closing, evacuating the building. They would evacuate the building, so
Right. So you're saying you think it was law enforcement that made the call to shut it down? Who made the call to move it to the Linwood School?
Which one?
it's speculation.
Which
but
one?
The Linwood School, so it moved from Livingston Park to Linwood.
That's
You'll have to confirm it, it might have been Tom. It was, oh, that was the later, that was the North
Right,
Brunswick one. I'm almost positive that was Tom in terms of that decision.
Board staff.
That was, we moved that was, just so it's very clear, that was the closest active polling location that existed, and we already had other things up and running there, so we could get this started, get the people voting again as fast as possible by moving it there.
Got it. I raised the issue of transportation, but also I've heard from some people that were there that there wasn't really adequate signage to let people know about the change. I don't know if anybody's familiar with what signage was put up, but I know at the Livingston Park School, voters usually come in the parking lot entrance, and I think whatever signage was rather small and on the front of the building on Livingston Ave, not on the side where voters typically arrive. So just, in the future, heaven forbid you have to move a polling place again, it'd be wise to get a bigger sign and have
Or have someone.
or have staff there to redirect people, and even better.
It's an emergency fast situation. I don't know if they had larger signs later, all right? They started, because the important part, if anybody disagrees with me, if the important part was getting people to be able to vote as soon as possible with as little delay in between. So I'm not sure, and you'd have to ask Tom in terms of whether other signs were up later.
Okay, I'll follow up with him, and I guess I'll have to follow up with him about the mail-in ballot thefts, unless you know the 18 ballots that were replaced. Where were they taken from? Was it this building, or a drop box, or
Which ballots?
The original.
The ones that were in the
theft.
mail?
there were 8, so there were 2 different thefts, but one was actually, you got them back. They were recovered eventually, but they were taken.
They were stolen from a post office box.
Right.
They're stolen from
Yeah, like
Mailbox.
Like
a
a
blue mailbox.
like a blue mailbox, yes.
Got it, okay. And then I have to ask the Republican commissioners, how do you justify your vote to reject the 948 mail-in ballots based on Ms. Haverdansky's challenge?
We didn't reject.
There were 3 votes to reject and 3 votes to accept. The Republicans voted to reject, no?
No.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, to reject the 900 and something?
yes.
Yes, and that's why it was sent to Judge, I
No,
thought.
that's
Because
right.
I felt there was sufficient proof
Yeah, I'm getting
to
confused
reflect
here,
that these people
yeah.
did not live in New Jersey, so they could not vote in New Jersey. New Jersey was not their domicile.
So you think the challenge
Have the
included
domicile.
adequate proof
Yes,
that those voters, including Sheriff Scott, were no
I
longer
don't know if
residents?
she was in that part of it.
I think Mr. Lynch made that clear before the
Yes.
vote.
Well,
Did you review the names? Did you review the evidence?
we weren't given all of those to review. It was, we listened to the testimony. It was described in terms of what was on the different lists, and then we made a determination. In my determination, there was enough evidence to determine that these people did not have their domicile in New Jersey, so they could not vote in New Jersey.
But it was ruled that they were accepted.
Yes, I listened to the audio from the court hearing, and thankfully those votes will be counted. I think it's really, when you're going to reject a ballot from a registered voter.
There's going to be further, I believe there's going to be further investigation as to these people. I'm aware of any number of instances which we covered, where parents, kids grow up in a household, kids graduate from college or leave there, get married, go to another state, and even have their own kids, and they're still registered to vote at their parents' address. And so if they're not there and they get a vote by mail ballot and it's sent either to their parents' address or sent somewhere else, then they just said, oh, are you still living there? Yes, because the parents take the ballots and they got it and they forward them. That's an issue. And my understanding, and in my judgment, the information that we had was sufficient to reflect that this was the type of thing that happened.
Hopefully when we get on the ERIC system, it'll clarify things a little better. If they, they'll accept them.
Anyway.
Okay, well, I've heard from 2 of the Republican commissioners. Ms. Engel, did you have any?
Just for point of order,
Yeah.
since there's no one else here, the chair just said we'll give you your 3 minutes,
3 extra
which
minutes.
you've already, the 5 has elapsed.
5's elapsed, so I'm into the 3.
Yeah.
3
Okay.
more.
Can what do you say to justify the vote to reject
What was the
those?
question?
The 948 ballots you voted to reject.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, why? What is your justification for that?
Don, do you want to explain?
He gave me his justification, but I was asking you, because you.
She agrees with me.
I agree.
Okay, well, I just think it was very alarming to see almost 1,000 ballots nearly rejected on a few minutes of discussion. And apparently, not all the evidence was reviewed by the board. I certainly haven't seen it yet, and I'm trying to get my hands on it, but I especially when you're doing it en masse, you need to do more, you know, research. You need to do more investigation. You can't just say, we think there are some people there that shouldn't be voting, but these 948, we'll just reject them all. And I don't think enough research was done into that. This is, you know.
Actually, the public comment, you would not necessarily respond to, but I was happy to respond to this point.
And I do appreciate you responding. I just sharing my feelings on it. I think similar to the other 3-3 vote, where I was on your side, you know, I don't think enough research was done into the Piscataway 100-foot, 200-foot issue. It was a quick vote, and, you know, thankfully that didn't go through. This one, same thing. You know, you did a quick vote to reject almost 1,000 ballots, and thankfully it didn't end up
Over the
happening.
years, personally, I've always done what I felt was right.
His answers
And
go
sometimes people agree with me, and sometimes people don't.
Fair enough. And then just two more questions. When's your next meeting?
This is Friday.
Friday, 5/4. Okay, and just to put in a good word for virtual access to the meetings. I know, you know, I hear folks complaining about having to drive at night or driving here in traffic, and you know, it would be bad if not all 6 members could participate in the meeting. So just to make sure that you can be here, it would be nice if folks could join virtually, and of course, members of the public would appreciate that as well. That's all for tonight.
Usually we're always here.
Are we
That's a
there
guarantee.
at 4 o'clock on Friday?
Make a motion to adjourn?
So
Sorry, were you going to take Commissioner comment or no?
Do you want commissioner comments? Sure.
Just real quick, I just wanted to make it clear,
I forgot.
while we're on the record, that the board has agreed to take, the board has not agreed to take any, as you said, Don, further action.
No.
I'm just clarifying, I'm not asking for a debate. I'm just speaking. The boards we have not made any move to take any further action in regard to the 948 ballots. Those ballots,
Not the
the
ballots.
ballots were
Go ahead.
The ballots were decided on a domicile versus residency issue, and was decided by the court. So I just want you said that there's going to be further investigation. I just want to make it clear, this board has not agreed to investigate any further.
I'm not going to go.
Okay.
move the meeting.
Further
to
comments,
And,
commissioners?
oh, you had a comment?
No, I don't, I wanna make a
Yeah,
motion
I
to adjourn the meeting.
I move
Second.
to adjourn. I move to adjourn.
Chairman Engel? Commissioner Jella?
Yes.
Commissioner Cast?
Yes.
Commissioner Moskowitz?
Yes.
Commissioner Benjamin?
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder?
Yes.
See, I thought
It's
you
like
were
if
gonna go
everyone
out
makes
of
the
order.
motion.